Hi, I'm Kathy Feigley, host of Today's Child and Family. I'm also president of the Jersey Child Care Association, and today we're here at Rutgers University with early childhood educators from around the state. Join us for an exciting day. We're here at the Vendors Hall at the Partners in Education Conference. All of these vendors specialize in products and educational information for young children and for teachers throughout the state. Let's visit some of the vendors. We're here with Carrie from Kaplan. Carrie, we want to first thank you for being a longtime sponsor of the Jersey Child Care Association.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're happy to do it.
And I see you're adding to the early childhood field here.
I am. I'm trying to keep the momentum going.
That's great. And tell me a little bit about Kaplan. What kind of things they supply for early childhood educators?
Well, we supply all early childhood products for infant, toddlers, and preschoolers, and all developmentally appropriate products for the different interest areas in the classroom. We also offer curriculum assessment and professional development as well.
Oh, that's great. And you say developmentally appropriate. I know that's something that's really important for educators, that the equipment is developmentally appropriate. Can you give me an example of how that would apply in the classroom?
Sure. I think we always, are trying to be relevant of what everyone is doing out in the field of education. But with that, we want to be developmentally appropriate for the kids. So whether you're looking at manipulatives or puzzles or different types of activities in the classroom, we want to make sure it's age appropriate because, of course, we never want to, frustrate our children, and we want to make them successful as learners.
And I think that's a good point for teachers and for parents, that sometimes we want our children to be so bright that we forget that we want them to feel successful at an early age also.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why, too, a lot of our books that we offer are varying in, reading levels and just word recognition.
Do you have a favorite new product that Kaplan has?
I do. I have a few couple new products that are great. We have done a lot with different science and math type of activities. We have some new puzzles that are made from a really neat material. So we're kind of moving away from the wooden puzzles that some people have said, peel. So we have some great puzzles. We have a lot of great resource books that are thematic. So teachers have been using that as supplemental pieces to whatever they're already using in their classrooms. And we have a lot of new exciting technology pieces. We have a new piece of equipment called Inspire NG, and it's essentially a flat screen TV on a table. And the kids are interactive and can use it in the classroom to really do any types of sorting, shapes, colors, numbers. So I think, that's where we're seeing. That's
really interesting because our school at Kangaroo Kids, they just did a show for ABC Nightline about computers and young children. And there's a lot of different philosophies about whether the computer should be in the classroom or with young children.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, the things that we're trying to put out there and to work with different manufacturers are things that, small group engagement, there needs to be a teacher facilitator there with them. And again, developmentally appropriate, educational, of course, and like everything, there's a lot of different philosophies, but everything in little, small amounts.
Right. We've just added iPods at our school, and the kids mini iPads, and children really do enjoy them. But like you say, it's really important for the teacher or the parent to be interactive with it, not just to use it as a babysitter.
Right. We still want them to love books, and I feel the same way about my 3-year-old. She's very good on the iPad, but I still want her to have a love for a real book.
Right.
So.
Balance like with anything else, right?
Exactly.
If parents or teachers want to get in touch with you to order, how do they reach Kaplan?
The best way is to go on our website. It's very easy. It's www.kaplanco.com. And if you want to look up a rep, you just pull up the map of the country and you click on your state. So if you click Jersey, myself and Ben Bond both cover New Jersey. So
we know Ben well, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you sponsoring our conference. And
thank you. We're happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, well, since early childhood education is a woman-dominated field, can you tell us a little bit about your booth today?
Sure. I'm Allison Raphael, the founder and creative director of Allison Raphael Cosmetics. And the director of my daughter's preschool said, everybody here, they're selling for the kids. We need something for the women. So I came and I brought my makeup line, which is named Allison Raphael, and I am demoing it to the ladies here today.
Well, that's really pretty exciting, and it really looks quite beautiful. And so are you Are any of the teachers able to get a makeup today?
Oh, yes. Anybody can come by and get their makeup done. I'm happy to show it. We're selling everything here today, or you can get it on our website, which is AllisonRaphael.com. And yeah, we're happy to make everyone beautiful. I mean, the ladies are already beautiful. We're just here to enhance that natural beauty and to cover up some of the dark circles that come from dealing with children all day long.
Okay, well, that's good. We can always use to cover up those dark circles. Well, thank you very much for being part of this. And if people are interested in your cosmetics, how do they reach you?
They would reach me at www.allison, A-L-I-S-O-N, Raphael, R-A-F-F-A-E-L-E.com.
Thank you very much, and you look quite beautiful. How does it feel?
It feels great.
All right, thank you very much. We're here with Herb from Books R Us, a longtime supporter of the NJCCA. And there's nothing teachers like more than books. So tell me a little bit about your business, Herb.
Well, what we've learned over the past 6 years, Kathy, honestly, is that people like price more than the books. So what we do is combine the two. We took the prices in the books. We do the returns for Walmart, Costco, and BJ's. Take 65% off their prices, and that's what we sell them at. So we're very popular with that. And the biggest thing right now is, like a conference like yours, is there's two other conferences. I can only be in one place at one time, but you get the nod.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate your support. So teachers, come on out. Every year we have this conference, and Herb has the greatest books at the greatest prices. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Dr. Kamani, JFK Neuroscience, we love you.
We are here with the organizer of this entire event, Lynette Galante. She is the owner and director of Future Generation, as well as our conference coordinator. Welcome, Lynette.
Thank you very much, Kathy.
And this must have been an amazing feat to put all this together.
It certainly was. It was a lot of work, but we had a wonderful time, as you well know, because you are on the conference committee and have put all your blood, sweat, and tears in here as well. But we're so happy to be here, and I think it's been a wonderful day so far.
It really has, and the enthusiasm of the teachers is just so exciting.
I know, it's fabulous, and just to see them, that renewed, stirred up in them, and they just kind of, have that vim and vigor, and they're out there, which is really great.
Right. And they get to come to this vendor hall, which has so many great vendors. It's really amazing.
It's incredible, and I really think we did a really good job this year, as we pat ourselves on the back, of having everybody, it's very diversified. So we have people for owners and directors and also for the teachers, and they get to have a makeover, there's a lot of really great things.
So don't miss this conference. It's every year, right?
That's right. You better be here next year. If you're not here now, you better be here next year.
That's right. I know you also do some presentations here, and if you had a tip to give to directors that are running these schools for all these children and teachers, what would something that you would say would be some of the key things for directors to take into consideration?
In my workshop this morning, I was basically talking about doing evaluations and making sure that you stick to your guns. Really and truly, you need to take your center policies and procedures and make sure you put them in writing and make sure that you are making sure that they are done every single day and followed through and carried out, and that's really important. You have to, what you believe in, your mission statement, and stick to your guns.
I think that's a good point. No matter what it is in life, accountability and follow-through is really an important factor.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
And what's something we can do to make sure that we do follow through?
Well, you definitely want to make sure that you're planned out. You have to be very organized and very detailed so that you're actually going back and hitting on everything that you do. Make sure that you're getting in the classroom and doing those observations. Make sure that you're spending that time, walk and talk. Even though as directors and owners we don't have the time as much, walk and talk. Have a meeting walking, and that's right. The most important thing. That way you make sure you're getting it done.
That's a good point, because you don't need to sit down. You can do it on the run. Absolutely. It's just that communication.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Well, thank you. You did an absolutely amazing job with this conference. We really appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you so much. It was great.
NJCCA is one of the few organizations in this state that really represent leaders in the field of early childhood education. Can you tell us a little bit about the New Jersey Child Care Association?
Sure. The New Jersey Child Care Association is just that. It's a owners and directors organization. We focus on the leadership that it requires to run the school appropriately. We also really focus on the fact that there are laws and things that affect us and our regulations. So we also really put a lot of effort forth in making sure that we're involved and have a voice in some of those things wherever we can.
I think that's a really important factor, and that's maybe why all schools should really be part of it, because it is a voice down trend to express what's important for schools and for children.
Absolutely, and we are the louder we are, the more people we have with us, the louder we are. And I think that every school that is a child care center should be involved in an organization, because the more you have, the louder your voice is, and the more of an impact you can make.
What are some of the other benefits of joining the New Jersey Child Care Association for schools?
Well, we have monthly meetings, and in those monthly meetings we have about 2 hours of staff development. We have a featured speaker come in every month, and we also have our board meeting, which also provides a roundtable training on usually extending what we do in those meetings. We also have a wonderful network that and I think you feel the same way, that, we really and truly have people that we can lean on, and, when we have problems, somebody else you can go to where you don't have to A, pay for it, and B, you can get some of that support.
Right, and it's always good to share ideas. How do people join the NJCCA if they want to become a member?
Well, they visit our website, our new website at nj-cca.org, and you download the registration, the member form, and download it and send it in. You can fax it, you can email it, you can scan it, you can mail it. Right. So, any way you want to.
Right. And I know we're high tech now because we even have a Facebook page.
That's right.
So they can come and visit us at New Jersey Childcare, New Jersey Childcare for Facebook.
That's correct. So check us out, find us, and come join us.
All righty. Join the NJCCA. Thank you, Lynette.
Thank you, Kathy.
Well, Terry, we're glad you're here at the NJCCA conference at Rutgers. With insurance products, I just found out you were a Jerseyite and you had some damage down the shore this year. I hope you had the right insurance coverage.
We did, Ed, thanks. I'm with the McMahon Agency in Ocean City, and we did have a lot of flood claims. We're here at the convention because we do a lot of business with daycare centers across New Jersey and in Pennsylvania. We do commercial insurance, we do liability, and we do employee benefits as well.
What's unique about the insurance business today for childcare? I mean, every business seems to have its own unique problems, but in childcare, what kind of extra protections does an owner of a childcare center need?
Well, one of the things, the fastest growing claims is employer liability, and that's where an employer will get sued by a former employee. That's one of the fastest growing claims.
Let me ask you this. In childcare, what should a parent look for if they came to a school? Of course, they probably wouldn't even think of it, but what kind of things should a parent look for as far as going for a child to go to a school to make sure they have the right kind of coverages? Is there something that would benefit a parent?
Yeah, there is. There's health care. There's a health policy for the kids that if they get hurt, you want to make sure that the school has that.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here at the conference with us, and I hope you're coming back next year, and I hope you weather the storm better than I'm doing.
Thanks, Ed. Thank you.
All right, we are here with longtime NJCCA supporter Eric Becker from Becker School Supplies. Eric, thank you so much for always participating in our conference.
Becker's is always glad to be here and supporting NJCCA.
And I know you have some of the latest equipment and know all the latest rules on these cribs that are coming out. And what are some of the things that people should look for safety-wise on the cribs?
Well, the cribs have gone through a lot of changes, and nowadays they need to have a certificate of compliance with them. So each one of your cribs is going to have a marking underneath of it identifying when it was made. If it was made with the new codes, most likely you can get that certificate online.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so it's important to keep those babies safe.
Yes, it is, definitely.
Well, not only does Becker School Supply have great equipment and support the NJCCA, but you also provide us with an outstanding speaker this year. Leslie, you have a whole curriculum department at Becker?
We do. I'm the education and product specialist for Becker's, and we really think about what kinds of standards and outcomes they're trying to meet in the programs and make sure that we have the materials to help them do that.
So that the equipment then gets used in a developmentally appropriate way.
Absolutely.
So what was your workshop on today?
Today was fruits and vegetables are powerful tools. And I was trying to communicate that the importance of teaching children about fruits and vegetables not only as something that's going to make you healthy, but it crosses all areas in the curriculum, and there's so much science and even social studies and lots of language they can learn through playing and not playing with fruits and vegetables, but interacting with fruits and vegetables. So we did lots of fun things. We discovered today that every corn cob has an even number of rows.
Wow, that's amazing.
Count the number of rows on a corn cob, it's going to be an even number, and we proved that today because we brought corn in and did that. So it really was, there's so much math in nature, and so there was a lot to discover.
Wow, that's really great, and I can testify to that because I heard a lot of giggles and a lot of enthusiastic teachers in that classroom. So thank you very much. Thank you, Leslie. And Eric, thank you very much for always supporting the NJCCA. You're so easy to communicate with, and we really appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Barbara, what's new for us this year?
Well, in Trenton, there's a lot going on in the way of new legislation, budget issues, dealing with everything from vouchers to before and after school programs, environmental issues impacting child care centers.
So as typical, the politicians have not made it easy for us.
Oh, any small business has a lot of regulation and red tape, and my job is to help you guys navigate through it.
Well, Video, I'm in good shape. Vito, what do you think of the child care industry? Now, you've been to us before, you've done presentations. Today you did a legal presentation, and I've got good reports back already. I want you to know that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Listen, it's very important, particularly in any business, but for child care centers, you got to know how to hire the right people and fire the wrong people. And to the extent we can help child care centers do that, I think everyone's better off.
Well, I think hiring the right people stands to reason, but firing the wrong people, I think, is the difficult part. Making sure that you can get rid of them without ending up in a lawsuit.
That's correct. And so what we try to do with any client is to give them all they can have in advance. In other words, before you make the tough decisions, have your managers trained, have the right policies in place. So if the day comes you got to get rid of someone, you have as much insulation from liability as you can possibly have.
Well, thank you, and thanks for presenting today, and thanks for being here at Rutgers. We're coming back next year.
Our pleasure.
Okay, see you soon.
We are here with world-renowned speaker and author Gigi Schweikert. Gigi, that was just an amazing presentation that you did today.
Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. I think it's because the people here are so excited about early childhood education, and you can really feel the energy from the audience and their commitment and their excitement, even on a Saturday morning. So it's really easy to do a good job when you know that your audience is so excited about being here.
Well, that's good, and you certainly did inspire them. I know your topic was very interesting today. Can you tell us what it was?
The topic was how to make kids smarter and parents happier the DAP way, which is basically about developmentally appropriate practice. And you can't really make a kid smart. Every kid is smart, but it's developing and kind of figuring out how each kid is smart and helping parents to understand their children, which will make them happier. So it's really kind of starting to observe and understand kids for who they are and helping parents to appreciate their children for who they are.
Yeah, I really like that part about not is my child smart, but how is my child smart, because all children are smart in their own ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our culture and our society, and especially the school system, is constantly asking, is this child smart, as opposed to how is this child smart, because everyone has skills and talents. How do we identify those and cultivate those and help children feel successful?
I think you're right, because I just see so many older teenagers and things that are dealing with stress right now, and it's sad to see that, and I think that being more successful will really help with that also.
Well, I think they're so stressed because they see there's only one way to go. When there are really many ways to go, and there's so many things that this world needs. But our success is usually just based on a couple different factors of grades and SATs and which college you get into. And that's not really a good indicator of success. And you know that as a parent, and so do I.
Right, exactly. So if you had to give a tip to educators or parents out there about how to make their children, help their children to be successful and feel good about themselves, what would you tell parents?
I think the most important thing is for parents to get to know their child, to expose them to many things so that they can understand what they're passionate about. And when they find that passion, to continue to have them well-rounded and exposed to other things, but to help them develop that passion. And it might not be the parent's passion, and it may not be the path that the parent intended for the child. But if it's one in which the child can be successful and happy, then that's really where the child is supposed to be headed. That's hard for parents, though.
It is. And I think pursuing your passion is so important in this world. So.
There was actually a gentleman who worked for Campbell Soup a while back when that was one of my clients for the child care center, who worked in HR, who told me, follow your passion and the money will follow. And I really believe that.
And I think that's true. So in that regard, Gigi also speaks throughout the entire country, the world now, right? Recently you were in another country, right?
Yep, I was in Malaysia, and I'm headed to New Zealand. So yeah, lots of opportunities to speak in different places. So that's really exciting for me.
That's great. So if someone would like to have you come as a speaker or to buy one of your books, how would they contact you?
You can contact me on my website, www.gigischweikert.com, and they'll show it on the screen because that's a mouthful. And you can always get in touch with me there.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and thank you for lighting the passion in all of the teachers here today.
Oh, thanks, Kathy. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Bob from Jelly Jar, who does pictures for us at Kangaroo Kids and does a great job. So you go to schools throughout the entire state?
Yes, absolutely. We cover the whole state of New Jersey. We shoot about 300 different daycares throughout the state of New Jersey. We shoot all year round, fall, summer, and spring. We've got some new specialty programs that we're doing for the summertime. So yeah, we really enjoy being around the little kids.
That's great, and we really appreciate you supporting NJCCA. I know you are really high tech now with a lot of the things that you do with your photos.
Absolutely. I mean, we have our own lab facility where we produce all of our own products in Marlborough and Monmouth County. So we're a New Jersey-based family business, and we're at the leading edge of the digital technology with our multiple backgrounds and all the products that we can design and personalize for parents.
That's great, and I'll tell you, we love some of your photographers that come out to shoot the kids. They have very nice personalities.
Thanks. Yeah, that's, I mean, just like a daycare teacher, having the great photographers is really the key. Getting that expression, being good with the kids, being really able to work with that age group, it's important.
And if you had a tip to give parents out there, I bet taking good pictures of all those moving little toddlers that they have, what would you tell them about photo taking?
Try to catch them being natural, you know, in a natural environment rather than posing them. Try to get more available light. Everybody's always photographing, you know, open a window shade, open the door frame to let the window sunlight come in. That'll help their photos a lot.
Okay, parents, so let's take some good pictures. And if you want to contact Jelly Jar, you can do so at?
jellyjarphotography.com.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Bob. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Well, we are here with Natural Medicine, and you are one of the highlights of the conference. Back rubs for all the teachers is just amazing.
Yes, they did love it. Our massage therapists had to go back to our patients, but a lot of people are stopping by wishing that they had the chance to have a massage.
Well, we really appreciate your company giving the massages and being here today. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do, Pat?
Yes, for sure. We're a rehab center. We treat a lot of chronic pain situations, bad necks, bad shoulders. We have acupuncture in our office, chiropractic, and we do a lot of physical therapeutic exercise. So manual therapy, exercise, chiropractic, physical rehab.
And that's so important today. You hear so many people with back problems and neck problems.
That's true, and a lot of the neck problems and back problems happen with people at their workstation. I know a lot of the people here are over small children, so they're bent over, they're sitting in little chairs, so they too often have some problems like that. But many people have work-related injuries at their workstation, at the computer.
And what would you give for a tip for families or parents out there about the computer and their physical health?
Well, so much of it is about the posture. Physical health is also encompassing nutrition. Good nutrition is such a big component, and I know in the schools, in the early education, we're talking about nutrition as well. So that's a good start. But posture and exercise and just a healthy lifestyle. From
healthy lifestyle, that's true.
Healthy lifestyle, that's it.
That's great. So if someone wants to contact you to get some of your services, how would they reach you?
They can go on our website, Natural Medicine and Rehab, nmrnewjersey.com, nmrnj.com. That's our website.
And again, thank you for all you do for our early educators. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.